I'm Perry Bacon. I'm a graduate of Male High School, class of '98. I'm a columnist at the Washington Post, which means I write twice a week about what's going on in politics, usually, both nationally, internationally, but occasionally things happening right here in Louisville and Kentucky as well. So I've been a journalist a little over 20 years. I worked at Time Magazine. I worked at the Washington Post when I was young, so to speak. I worked at NBC News. I was a commentator at MSNBC. I worked at a small website called 538, and now I've been doing this thing at the Post for about 4 years. My first job was I was at Time Magazine, and I was kind of like, but I wasn't writing the stories, I was kind of a reporting assistant. So there'd be an older, more experienced person who would like write the articles, and I would go out on the road and travel with the candidates. So I got to write on Air Force One when I was 22, so it was pretty exciting. I was a reporter on the Obama campaign, covering him, which was exciting, you know. I was on MSNBC for about 5 years, so my mom saw that a lot. So people here saw me, I was a TV commentator, I was on shows like Chris Matthews and Meet the Press, and that kind of thing. I think I've met 3 Bush, Obama, Biden. I've met 3 presidents. We got the Courier-Journal from the day I was born. We would like read the paper in the morning. Like I was the kid who at 8 years old was reading all the sections of the newspaper. Not just, I was interested in sports initially, but would also read the rest of the paper too. We had a great newspaper program. Peggy Henson was the person who ran the Brook and Breck when I was there. So she was very, I think you could only be in newspaper in your junior and senior year. So I definitely arrived very interested in newspapers already, but she was very supportive and very helpful, and very enthusiastic about me writing about both sports and also writing about non-sports and editing stories and so on. When I was 17, I was writing for the Brook and Breck, which is the male high school newspaper. I was writing for the Louisville Cardinal, which is the University of Louisville paper, and I was writing for the CJ and doing a job there too. So I've been kind of a newspaper junkie from a very young age. And, I went to Yale, but I still had great preparation. I was in the honors classes at Yale, and it wasn't as if I got there and had to be in remedial classes. I did well at a really fancy college, in part because we had strong classes here. I do feel like it is unusual in the circles that I've been to be a public school graduate from Middle America, and I do think that is unusual for me, but also is an unusual thing. But it's a credit to JCPS, my teachers, Male High School, my parents. Like I think that's a credit to the community I was in that fostered these. I'm a black person who grew up in Shively, so it wasn't expected that I would be working at the Washington Post, but everyone along the way was like, this can happen for you. It takes a village, and I really did have a great sort of village along the way to help me get to where I am. And to sort of start from a place of, do we have some clear-cut values we can articulate?